Fine. Teacher Vanessa and also answered A. Yes, there is reading to read books. Pero anong klaseng books? She had also used when she was a student. Ang binibigyan kasi natin ng pansin is sabi sa nga ni Vanessa is yung great books. When we say great books, it's not always the Bible, the Quran, the old books, but still ibig sabihin, the knowledge that is everlasting, that's still useful up to this time or up to this moment. Is true then during the teacher's time, and then yun pa rin naman ang pag-aaralan ni mga ganon. So, it's perennialism. Oo nga, tama nga. Yes. So, nakita natin na we need to really analyze the stem first before we answer. Kasi maybe there is one word there, pero read books. Pero ang ano is, she had also used, actually, ang keywords ay she had also used when she was a student. Knowledge that is unchanging, eternal, everlasting. Yan. Okay, the answer is perennialism. The correct answer is perennialism. 36. Which of the statements below is true about Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs? There is a hierarchy of needs. The needs of a person are all growth needs. A need must be satisfied 100% before the next need emerges. A higher need cannot be satisfied when the lower need is not fully satisfied. Yes, that is correct. The answer is D. A higher need cannot be satisfied when the lower need is not yet fully satisfied. Yeah, this is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm sure we are all familiar with this. 37. Which one of the major learning theories defines learning as the changes in what people say or do? 7, you know this. Which of the major learning theories defines learning as the changes in what people say or do? Social theories, cognitive, behavioral, or field and gestal. Answer now. Okay, the answer is a change in behavior, behaviorism. 38. Which of the following skills in learning necessitates the use of metacognition? Problem solving, independent learning, factual and concrete thinking, monitoring own comprehension. Which of the following skills in learning necessitates the use of metacognition? Problem solving, independent learning, factual and concrete thinking, monitoring own comprehension. Of course, metacognition, monitoring own comprehension. 39. If teacher Mirna gives prime importance to her learners' individual differences, which of the following teaching practices will she use? Pakibasa na lang yung option para nagtitipid ako ng boses. 39. May na naman ako ng salabat. Ginger tea. This ginger tea saved my voice. Answer. Si Jefferson lagi ay naunang magsagot. Una siya dito sa palit. The correct answer is C. Allowing children to show that they learn the stages of mitosis in a way where they feel most comfortable. 40. All learners are unique in their own way. Which of the following classroom practices promote student diversity? Compare students, do homogeneous grouping for group activities, develop different standards for different student groups, make use of a variety of teaching and assessment methods and activities. Correct, it is correct. The answer is, mali yung daliri. Teka, sandali. The daliri should be here. Yan, okay. Number 41, what is your answer? 41. When students of Miss Rebecca were asked to remember the learning objectives and frequently assess their own progress with respect to the learning objectives. What level of processing did Ms. Rebecca expect her students to use? 41, pakilagyan ng number ang mga sagot. Zim's answer is C. How about the rest? Others, what is your answer? Kindly answer. Okay. The answer is frequently assess their own progress. Frequently monitor their own progress. The answer is metacognitive system. Assess, monitor. Next, which of the following thinking skills best relates to metacognition? You see this, teachers? The next question could be related to the previous question. Minsan ganyan ang let, yung pagkakasunod-sunod nila. So you'll have a clue that the answer to 41, if you are confused with metacognition or self-system, then you can refer to number 41. Kasi metacognition din yung number 41. Okay. So the answer to 42 is C. We are correct. 43, during early stage of development, a toddler would start to build some basic concepts in his mind like the idea of a dog or cat or food or toy. According to Piaget, these basic cognitive concepts are known as answer. These basic cognitive concepts are, huwag niyo akong bibigyan ng maling sagot dito, diniscuss ko na ito kahapon and the other day. These basic cognitive concepts are known as, maski siguro mahin ang connection yung mga kasagot kayo, mga kasa chat box. Schema. 44. When people are now engaged more than ever in the saving of the environment amidst climate change and other pressing environmental issues, they already have high aptitude for blank thinking. A. Abstract. B. Conversation. D. Decentering. C. Decentering. D. Reversible. 44. Answer. All of you now, answer 44. Jamaida B, Gerald B, Zachary B, Jefferson A, Linny B, how do you say your name, Atapoe? 44A, Princess B, Arcelor B, Alexa B. Nasaan si Vanessa? What is your answer, Vanessa? Joseph A. Nona, where's Nona? Walang sumasagot na Nona. Christine, Vanessa. Answer. Naantay kong sagot ng mga kadalagahan. Si Nor Ameline, you should answer, ha? Hindi pwedeng di sumagot. Lina B, Vanessa B, Joseph A. How do you say your name, Aryan B. Okay. Kindly, may isa pa, B. Zachary, can you please explain your answer? B. Zachary?
Ma'am?
Yes po, sir.
My answer is conservation, ma'am. Kay sa question manggod, ma'am, kay na environment po, ma'am. Keyword kanang environmental issues.
Sino pa ba? Ang B? Ang dami yung B. Sino pang gusto mong ipagtanggol ang B? Or A? How about you, Jefferson, Joseph? Sino yung mga A? Malakas ang ulan kila Vanessa. How about you, Jefferson? What is your answer? Your answer is A. Why A? Vanessa's answer is D. Jefferson. Jefferson. Alexa, sino ba? Jamaida? Yes, Jefferson. Why did you answer A? Hirap bang sumagot?
Nag-iisip ako, ma'am. Wait lang.
Dapat na sumagot ng A. Sige, kaya mo yan. Bakit hindi ka sumagot ng B? You know how you will, you will be able to answer the Prof Ed questions. You participate in the discussion. This is not like, Gen Ed na you can just give it the correct answer. Ito hindi. Ang mga Prof Ed, iniisip yan. Iniisip siya, hindi siya nire-remember. Kasi ang Gen Ed, nire-remember mo yung, ano na nga ba yun? Ito is, ano ba ito? Ganyan.
Kasi, ma'am, nag-base po kasi ako sa kang John KJ, no. Kasi po yung conservation po, ma'am, that is under the kuantawan po kasi concrete operational po. So when a student learn to save the environment amidst the climate change, so therefore student is ma'am, he or she is finding a way to save the environment. So I think that would fall into abstract thinking, ma'am, kasi parang di ako sure sa answer.
So Jefferson, sige na, continue. Your answer is correct. Sige, continue.
Kasi po kapag
your answer is correct. Let me give you your license. Get your license.
Right, ma'am, thank you.
I just want you to learn how to explain that. Sige, explain that to me. Explain that to your classmates who answered B. Nakita lang yung environment conservation na. Come on. Basahin niyo yung buong statement. Aha. Nakita lang environment conservation na. Ibig sabihin, in-equate nyo kaagad sa conservation yung environment. When conservation there is about yung skills of children in the concrete operational stage, diba? They already know how to conserve. Meaning they can understand when volume of objects change, diba? Reversibility, iba yan, decentering, these are all Piaget concepts. Ngayon, when you read yung saving the environment, and then immediately you concluded that the answer is conservation. Mali. So when Jefferson said that it's not about Piaget, tama na kaagad siya. Ibig sabihin tama yung takbo ng utak niya, yung direction ng kanyang thoughts ay tama. When you read something and then you think of the theory, you think of the person, the proponent of this theory. Sabi niya si Piaget. So, Sir Jefferson, sino pa ba ang sumagot ng A? Do you have the same explanation at a poet? How do you say your name? At a poet? Well, how do you say your name? Are you here? Tama, dalawa silang nakatama. Kaya namang iba mga guro ay nagkamali kayo. Sabi niya, yes po, same kayo. O sige, ata po, get your, are you a male or a female? Girl, boy. Get your license. This is about Piaget's cognitive level of development. You started with sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete, and formal operations. Sir, anong level yung abstract? When children are capable of abstract thinking, anong level siya, Sir Jefferson?
Operational.
Concrete.
Formal operational.
Formal operationals. Formal na nga siya di ba? Ano ang mga characteristics? Ano ang klaseng thinking ng mga formal, mga children, mga bata na sa... How do children in the formal operational stage think? How? They are not capable of abstract thinking, hypothesis formulation, di ba? Di ba ba, teachers? So when you look at the question, when people are now engaged more than ever in the saving in the environment amidst climate change, this is an issue. When you talk about environmental issues, universal issues, abstract things, these things, children in the sensory motor stage are not capable of understanding. Children in the pre-operational stage, they do not know yet the environmental issues, saving the environment, unless you concretize these things to them. Pero ikapag-usapan natin environmental issues, alam mo na kaagad, gets mo na, pag iba, matagal na process yan. We'll show them pictures, we'll show them movies para maintindihan ng kindergarten. Hindi pa rin yan abot ng pag-iisip ng mga concrete operational stage. When you ask them to think about these concepts, these issues, mga social issues, like democracy, like, freedom, like dignity, yun yung mga mahirap intindi, mga dignity, mga, ano ba yung mga universal issues? Hindi pa nila alam yan. Ang nakakaintindi lang yan, yung mga, kayo, you're supposed to understand this kasi you're supposed to be in your formal operational stage. Okay, you should be able to, you should be able to hypothesize, to do abstract thinking, and give your thoughts on environmental issues or issues concerning the universe, the world. Yan, naintindihan? Well, do not jump into like conclusions na environment and conservation. No. There's more to it than that. Okay, 45. Which of the following learning activities under social studies will not fit? Nakita niyo yung sinasabi ko? Na minsan, the next number has something to do with the previous number. Ayan, Piaget pa rin. Which of the following learning activities under social studies will not fit the cognitive level of junior high school students? I want you to answer this question correctly now. 45. Okay. May I know, teachers, so most of you now answered correctly. May I know now where you were able to answer this correctly and then you answered it incorrectly in number 44? Gusto kong malaman kung ano yung nagpabago sa inyo. Anong natutunan nyo? Sige nga. Bakit nga sagutin na ito ng tama ngayon? Kasi, I don't know. Verbalize your learning, verbalize your thoughts, verbalize your insights, etc. Sige, that is how you learn. Ang salita. Language. Oral language. Bakit ngayon tama na kayo? Kasi po, mahina ang internet ko, kaya tama ka na. Kasi po, yung mga hindi mahina sumagot. Kasi po, sagot. Kanina, Zim, mali ka. Bakit tama ka na ngayon?
Ma'am, kanang mas humandod na ko ang question with comprehension, ma'am.
Sana lang sigurado ako para naintindihan ko yung sinabi mo.
Ay, sorry.
Ano po?
Mas
Po.
mas binasa ko po siya na with comprehension, ma'am. Tapos tinapos ko talaga yung question.
Yes. Ibig sabihin kanina, teacher, hindi mo tinapos yung question. Saka hindi mo siya inanalyze ka agad. Tama ba?
Yes, ma'am.
So, next time, ano pong gagawin mo?
Read, finish, and with
Understand?
comprehend.
Analyze. Yes. Thank you very much, teacher. May isang sagot dito. Si Vanessa pa yung sumagot. May nabasa ako eh. Vanessa, Vanessa, explain your answer and your explanation.
Ano po, ma'am? Yung 44, may idea po ako na kay John Piaget po yun. Kaso yung environment, conservation agad, nag-jump agad sa conclusion, same kang Zim. Yung 45 po, not fit for cognitive level of junior high school students. Nasa stage na ito ng formal, if I'm not mistaken, formal
Yes, you're not
operation.
mistaken.
Yes, ma'am. Opo. Then, yung letter B, obvious po na use of drawings and illustration, nasa stage 1, sensory motors in which yung mga senses ng mga bata is very active po. So, yung drawings is sa sight at saka sa touch illustration. Parang ganun po.
Okay. Can you comment on that? Your reaction on Vanessa's explanation? Jefferson, can you comment on that? That hindi daw is under the sensory motor stage? Jefferson.
Actually, ma'am, yung use of drawings and illustrations, it is under,
Stage 2.
yeah, pre-operational.
Pre-operation.
Vanessa.
Yes.
Aha. Sayang iha.
Memorize pa
Sayang
ko
ka.
parang
Aha. Una, kaya ako siya binalikan kasi may nakita ko, sensory motor daw. Pero hindi ko nakita na yung pangalan mo. And then, surprisingly, it was you. So, it is not sensory motor. Drawings and illustrations is iconic. Kumbaga kay Brunner, this is iconic stage and active. So, dapat ang mga, Piaget, sensory motor, talagang more on, more on the use of the senses. They need to, kung drawings and illustrations, ano lang itong mga two-dimensional, ang kailangan ng sensory motor, mga three-dimensional objects to touch, di ba, to perceive. Leia, may naunguhan ng malunggay, oh. May naunguhan. Leia, excuse me lang, nakakita ko ng naunguhan ng malunggay namin kasi hindi nagpapaalam. Leia, may naunguhan ng malunggay. Umalis na. Uli ko. Siguro nakita niya nakasara yung bahay namin, kaya hinan ko kasi yung aircon pinagsara ko. Nakaalis na. Okay. So, ang drawings and illustrations, they're very flat. Pwede na to sa mga nasa pre-operational and complete operational. But for sensory motors, you know yung mga mga felt board pieces, mga books ng mga maliliit yung mga toddlers. Meron siya mga iba't ibang klaseng texture. Ayan, that they cannot get from simple drawings and illustrations. So, the use of drawings and illustrations is not actually for sensory motor. Yan po ay pang pre-convention. Okay. So, we only discussed two questions. We have discussed only two questions, but then we already covered the Piaget's. We already covered Piaget's cognitive level of development. Kasi pag kinonect mo siya sa iba't ibang concepts that you already know, hindi lang isang number ang pinag-aaralan natin eh. Marami. Tapos nag-branch out and mag-network siya. So, that's why I ask you questions para matutunan natin talaga kung what is Piaget's cognitive level of development. How about A? A is, ano yung A? Essay writing on a social issue. Formal operational stage, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Consideration of the hypothetical other world, hypothetical formal operational stage, yes or no?
Yes po, ma'am.
Discussion of valid issues that divided the country then, yes or no?
Yes po.
Yan. Yung mga yung mga ruling ng United Nations, mga arbitration, mga China, hindi alam niya ng mga bata. Ang mga kaintindi lang yan, tayo, kayo. Yan, kasi nandun na kayo sa level na pwede niya intindihin yung mga abstract concepts na ganyan. Okay, still Auntie J, which of the following is an implication of Piaget's early stages of cognitive development so that young learners develop their language and learning skills during preschool?
Charlie po. Which of the following?
Answer.
Charlie.
Zim,
This time yung sensory motor.
ano? Vanessa, hindi sensory motor yung preschool.
Pre-op rin yan. ma'am.
Vanessa, confuse ka iha.
Yes po, ma'am. 2 to 7 years old pre-operational. Sorry. Symbolic thinking.
What? Iha, no. Hindi symbolic thinking ang pre-operational.
Iconic pa din.
Confuse si Vanessa. Ang symbolic thinking ay abstract thinking.
Yeah.
No? Sa formal operational yan. Okay. See? Pag meron kayong inaaral ng mga konsepto, hindi maganda yung mga isolated bits of information na nag-memorize those things. So, kailangan isa siya, mabuo mo yung buong konsepto tungkol kay Piaget. Not just isolated bits of information and you try to sew them up together. No. What we need is to understand Piaget, Freud, Colbert, Erickson. Buong konsepto niya, hindi lang yung mga ilang snippets from their theories. Answer, language development. What is the answer? The answer is C. Some would say, ma'am, field trip po. Hindi, kasi yan is for the senses, no? But if you want them to develop their language skills, then let them use words. Let them use language by describing what they see, they touch, they hear. So the answer is C. Anong stage ang preschool, Piaget? Answer now.
Pre-operational.
Pre-operational po.
Correct. Okay. 47. Which of the following statements pertains to Erickson's concept of industry? I am embarrassed at what I do. I avoid the difficult to succeed. I get pleasure in my doing things. I don't know what I want to do in life. Okay. How about A? The correct answer is C. How about A? Anong stage yan? A. Sige, sagutin natin yung apat. The correct answer is
Guilt.
That is shame and doubt po.
shame and doubt. Yes. I avoid the
Autonomy
difficult to
versus shame.
shame and doubt lang siya. Hindi siya autonomy kasi embarrassed siya. Diba? The shame and doubt. I avoid the difficult to succeed.
That is inferiority. I don't think so. Yeah, inferiority.
Yes. Industry siya. Industry is the opposite, no? The answer is C. How about I don't know what I want to do in life?
Confusion.
Yep.
Identity versus confusion. Confusion
Correct.
yung negative.
Yes. Correct, Teacher Vanessa. That is correct. Okay. Ganun magsagot, ha? Isa-isahin. And then, sagutan nyo na rin yung A, B, at D. Kung hindi, maski hindi siya tinatanong sa isip nyo, sagutan nyo na siya. Okay. 48. Which of the following statements relates to Erickson's concept of intimacy?
Okay.
Alpha po. Letter A, I feel that no man is an island.
That's your answer, classmates, 48? How about B? What is B?
Isolation.
Isolation. I want to be free and uncommitted.
Isolation pa,
I like to be alone and quiet by myself.
pa din po.
Isolation. Okay. Okay. Excuse me, teachers, ha? Sandali lang. At merong SOS sa kabilang linya. Okay. So we're having the same problems now. Basta connectivity talaga, we have a problem. Okay. According to Erickson, fanaticism is a maladaptive trait which is developed from having too much ego identity. As such, the person believes that his way is the only way and that he has no room for tolerance towards others. Which of the following great personalities thus demonstrated the right balance of ego identity by emancipating the Black people in America? According to Erickson, fanaticism is a maladaptive trait which is developed from having too much ego identity. As such, the person believes that his way is the only way and that he has no room for tolerance towards others. Which of the following great personalities thus demonstrated the right balance of ego identity by emancipating the Black people in America? 49. Vanessa's answer is A, Abraham Lincoln. Emancipating the Black people in America. Ang sagot ng iba, sino po? Ayoko na isa lang ang sumasagot. Parang ayoko ipagpatuloy ang pagsasagot. Vanessa pa rin. Nakakatakot daw na ikaw yung sumagot ako sa lapang pila. Okay. Zim answered A. Okay. The answer is A, Abraham Lincoln. The Emancipation Proclamation or Proclamation 95 was a presidential proclamation and executive order issued by United States President Abraham Lincoln on January 1, 1863. It changed the federal legal status of more than 3.5 million enslaved African Americans in the designated areas of the South from slave to free. Sa movie ni Abe Lincoln about sa mga vampire. Okay. Sabi ni teacher Vanessa. Because before the Black people were emancipated, they were slaves. Pinapanganak pa lang sila, slave na sila. And even up to this day, this thing still is pervasive, no? You can still find states, especially in the southern states, na ito yung mga white extremists, ang kapanalig ni Trump, na they have so much distaste or disgust for Black people that they do segregation. There is a water fountain for the Black and for the white. If you are Black, pwede kang pumasok sa bus, di ba? Pero doon ka sa likod, hindi ka pwedeng umpo sa harapan. And then, alam niyo ba to na merong schools for Black and white? And then, if they are together, iba ang upuan ng Black sa white. Iba rin ang kanilang, hindi pwedeng magkasabay ang kanilang juniors and seniors prom. Sobra. Hanggang ngayon, meron pang ganyan. Tinapos niyan dati ni Abraham Lincoln in 1863, pero wala. Iba pa rin, no? Pwera na lang nung sumikat na sila Michael Jordan, yun medyo acknowledge na sila ng mga Amerikano. Kinilala na sila na siya ay Amerikano. Yes. Pero before, it was Nora Park. Si Nora ba yan? Nora Parks who was gassed Ano, dahil ayaw niyang lipat ng upuan and she was asked to move to the back of the bus. Martin Luther King. Yan. Isa rin siya sa mga, sana naman siya sa South Africa against apartheid. Maski naman saan may ganyan pa rin. Maski nga dito sa Pilipinas may ganyan pa rin. Pag nakakita tayo ng kulot at itim, aba talaga namang ang mga Pilipino, akala mo mga mistisa rin. Kumakalahit. Okay. Which is our basic assumptions of behaviors? The mind of a newborn child is a blank slate. All behaviors are determined by environmental events. The child has a certain degree of freedom not to let himself be shaped by his environment. Is it A, 3 only, 1 and 3, 1 and 2, 2 only? I want all of you to answer number 50. Sige, answer. $50. Vanessa B. Jefferson C. Nor Annalyn C. H to everyone B. Alexa C. Princess B. Aryan. Zachary. Which are basic assumptions of behaviorists? Those who answered B, can you please explain your answer? And then yung C, pwede bang mag-explain din kayo? Maski sino sa inyo? Unmute your microphone now if you want to explain your side, your answer. B. Answer. Volunteer who wants to explain their answer, B, and representative from C. Bibigyan ko ng lisensya yung sasagot. Kasi if you're confident now with what you know, dapat nagpa-practice ka na magsalita and listen now. Think aloud. You want to volunteer or you want me to call you? Siyempre, tatawagan ko hindi masyadong nag-recite. Zim? C.
Ma'am, ako try ko, ma'am.
Sige, sir. Ano pangalan mo, sir?
Harvey, ma'am.
Harvey, yes. First time to hear you, Sir Harvey. What is your answer, sir?
I think letter C, ma'am, 1 and 2.
Yes, sir.
I think 1 and 2 because all behavior is learned from the environment. So, the basic assumption is we born blank slate and determined by learning everything from the environment, because assumption believes that all humans are born the same, and it is the environment and social norms that shape our personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. How about C? Ba't ayaw mo ng C?
Yun, ma'am.
How about C? What is C?
Three. Three.
Yes, Zim.
Ma'am.
What is your answer, Zim? Your answer is C also.
Yes, ma'am. Because, ano ma'am, sa akong, for me, for the behaviors theory, 1 and 2 is check. But 3 is against man kay has a certain degree of freedom not to allow himself to be shaped by his environment. So behaviors theory, ma'am, is all behaviors are influenced in the environment. If naaman gali about sa innate or inherited factors, maybe gamay lang, but mostly yun, all behaviors are influenced by the environment.
Yes, ma'am. Pero bakit ayaw mo ng C?
1 and 2 ako, ma'am, C.
Oh, 1 and 2 ka nga. But ayaw po ng 3 yung the child has a certain degree of freedom. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya behaviorism, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, kay sir, naa siya, gilimit lang man siya. Murag, ang sapot na ko sa 3, ma'am, kay dili lang ang environment ang maka-influence sa behavior sa isa ka bata.
So what philosophy is that? Yung dili lang na yan. If that is not behaviorism, what is that? Answer. Jefferson. Your answer is C. If that is not behaviorism, 3 Roman numeral 3, if that is not behaviorism, what is that?
Existentialism.
Okay, Jefferson, get your license.
Mine. Thank you.
A, si Harvey answers, and Zane, yes, but you also answered C. And then may mga kasama si Grace dati, na kung makipag-rationalize ka talaga bang sobrang deep na. So, kung nililito mo na yung sarili mo, sir, lalaki, sir, nililito mo na yung sarili mo, and true enough, hindi siya nag-top. Hindi siya kasama. Kasi, nag-probing na nga kami, lalo pa niya pinalalim, lalo siyang nawala. Lalo siyang nawala dun sa ano. Kaya, mali yung naisagot niya. Sayang, kaya nanghihinayin talaga akong ba't ngayon lang tayo nagkakilala. Sana na-correct ko pa yung ano nyo, yung takbo ng isip nyo. Kasi kaya naman yung i-correct eh. Okay, sige, let's try. We have more items. Sana mabago. 51. Lady Gotsky underscores blank that opens the door for learners to acquire knowledge, thereby fostering their cognitive development. Okay, give me a very quick answer for that. Lady Godskin, number 51. Answer now. Si A, si Harvey ba to? Harvey says, B, at a poet. B, at a poet, what a poet? Dalawa pa lang ang sumasagot sa 51. Meron pa tayo isang material. Remember, kaya bilisan. A, sabi ni B, meron kayong A, meron kayong A, si Harvey, meron kayong B. B, A, just A. That's your number. I'm still waiting for others to write their answers. Wala pang sagot Jefferson, Zim, Nona, Nor. Sino pa ba? Answer. Zim, C. I'm waiting. Jefferson, wala ka pang sagot. Harvey, wala ka pang sagot. Answer. Jefferson, B. After so much thought, Jefferson answered B. How about the rest? Lady Gotsky underscores blank. That opens the door for learners to acquire knowledge, thereby fostering their cognitive development. Princess C. Marjorie B. Zachary C. Lina C. Lina C. Jahara B. Sige na, para mapabilis tayo, answer na. Masyado na matagal yung wait time nyo. Vanessa C. Lina C. Okay. I already mentioned this to you. I think that the first day pa lang, I already mentioned to you. That what? That I even shared with you the story of Jeannie, the feral child. Sinabi ko ba sa inyo yung Jeannie, yung feral child who was confined to her bedroom for more than 10 years by her father? Have I shared that with you? And I didn't acquire a mother tongue or a first language because she didn't hear language. Have I already mentioned to you that sila Lady Gotsky, sila Noam Chomsky, sila ang mga proponents ng language development? And haven't we discussed yesterday linguistics philosophy? Bakit merong mga instruction for communication skills? The answer is language. Nakalimutan niyo ba yan kahapon? It opens the door for learners to acquire knowledge through language. Paano pa ba, di ba? What do you read? You read books, di ba? Books, that's oral language. How do you converse with people, di ba? That's oral language. How do you read? That's the print. You read the print, di ba? You learn how to read. It's oral language. All these activities, classroom lessons, they're nothing if you don't have language. If you have no oral language skills or print, writing, if you don't know how to write, diba? When you write, you use language, either oral or written. So Lady Gotsky underscores language opens the door for learners to acquire. May door kasi kaya may sumagot na classroom. Acquire knowledge thereby fostering their cognitive development. Language, Vygotsky and language. In Vygotsky's philosophy, language plays a central role in the theory of human cognitive development. Language plays multiple roles, including culturally shaping the overt behavior of individuals, as well as influencing their covert behavior, such as thinking. That is Vygotsky. Those who answered C get your license. Skinner propounded the notion that learning is a result of change in overt behavior caused by the events that occur in the environment, such as school. Okay, teachers, caused by overt behavior caused by the events in the environment. So Skinner is what? A firm believer of what philosophy?
Operant po kang Skinner, ma'am.
Oo nga, ano siya?
Rewards at reinforcement po.
Siya, ano nga general theory niya? Operant conditioning.
Yes.
Ano siya? Under?
Behaviorism.
Yes,
Ay.
behaviorism.
Behaviorism. Yes po.
Skinner was a behaviorist, di ba? Lahat naman sila, si Skinner, si Pavlov, si Thorndike, si Bandura,
Yes po.
si Gani, Half-Half, Watson, John Locke. Yan, mga behaviorists. So Skinner propounded the notion that learning is a result of change in overt behavior caused by the events that occur in the environment such as school. What is the answer here? Answer?
Operant conditioning po.
Okay. 53. Verbatim note-taking verbatim note-taking has been proven to be ineffective and inefficient for students who want to learn from class discussion. The word verbatim means
Word
the
for
word
word
verbatim
po.
means
Word
okay.
for word.
The answer is word for word. Okay. 54. Pavlov's idea of behavioral conditioning may apply to blank, adapted by classical education, but no longer applied by liberal and progressive education. Pavlov's idea of behavioral conditioning may apply to
I think po, ma'am, punitive measures. Kasi,
why don't you write your answer? Okay. Mga sagot. Ang mga sagot ay alam ba niya na hindi na ngayon ginagamit? Test and quizzes, we still use that. Examinations and feedback, yes. Monitoring and assessment, of course, yung ang pinakabago. Wala na dyan yung outdated is punitive measures. 55. Among major school of learning theories, which see how learners think, reasons, and transfers information to new learning situations. Sige, answer. Social theories, field and gestalt theories, behavioral theories, cognitive theories. Keywords. Keywords.
reasons po. Think. Learners think and then transfer information.
Okay, that is correct. Cognitive theories. 56. To what philosophy is the cumulative ladder-like sequencing of curriculum based? To what philosophy is the cumulative ladder-like sequencing of curriculum based? Fifty-six. Sige, answer now. Sabi ni Vanessa, progress, parang going up like a ladder. Mm-hmm. So, ang ibig sabihin ba ng progressivism, Vanessa, is progress? Na, Vanessa?
Di po, ma'am. Pero may learning by doing po. And pag learning by doing, so yung
Saan ang learning by doing dyan?
Cumulative ladder, like parang may progress pag may nalalearn yung bata at ginagawa niya, may nakukuha siya, so may progress. So, essentialism kay Jeff.
Nililito mo na naman ang sarili mo. Okay. Jefferson A. Ikaw naman, Jefferson. Magkaiba kayo ng sagot. Si Vanessa, si Zim, si pa rin. Vanessa, progress. Jefferson. Si Vanessa at saka si Zim, para silang C.
Sa akin,
How about you, Jefferson?
Sa akin po kasi yung ladder like ma'am is parang traditional po kasi yan ang kasi yung bago po ngayon is more on spiral man tayo, di ba ma'am? So, kapag po traditional, so it can never be progressivism at saka social deconstructivism. Pero, hindi ko po alam kung A or B pa po. Pero yung pinili ko lang po is A. Pero di pa ako sure dyan po, mama.
Sige. Well, sino pang may paliwanag? Sagot. Ikaw, Zing, what is your explanation for C? Progressivism.
Same thought kay Vanessa, ma'am, and cumulative means increase. So, I think progressivism.
What is progressivism? Magkaintindihan nga tayo. What is progressivism? Okay, Vanessa. Oh, Christine, what is your answer? Christine Mantuhak. Let us hear you, Christine.
Good afternoon again, teachers. So my answer here is essentialism because in our spiral education nowadays, the emphasis is on the basic learning. So yung mga bata is kailangan po talaga nilang ma-learn yung mga basic before they will proceed to the next level. So, ganun po. They should learn the basic first, and then each year as the level of their learning the year is yung tumaas po yung year level nila, madadagdagan naman po yung learnings nila. So that's it po.
Ano yung in-explain mo, teacher? Essentialism or progressivism?
Essentialism po, ma'am. Essentialism. Because this ladder like the ladder like sequencing of curriculum today is refers to the spiral education to enhance basic education nowadays. Isa po kasi for me the spiral education gusto ko lang ibigyan ng
teacher,
emphasis is yung...
Teacher, wag mo munang pag-usapan yung spiral. Doon tayo sa ladder-like. Malilito sila eh. Sige. What is ladder-like?
Okay. So, ladder-like, first is the basic. So, yung level, the level of what? The level of knowledge or the level of skills ng mga bata is start siya sa basic po talaga. So, and then as the level po, as ang level po is nagpa-progress siya, so madadagdagan naman po yung yung kanilang matututunan, but the emphasis is on the basic po. Yun po naintindihan ko.
Before they can go up the ladder, di ba? Kasi ang ladder is step by step. So essentialism, they need to master the basic skills first. The essentials before they can move up to the next ladder. Bago pa at pupunta ka sa grade 2. Okay?
Yes po, yes po.
Teacher Christine, get your license.
Yay, mine. Thank you po, Prof.
Okay. Kumusta mga C? Sige, paliwanag.
Tama po, ma'am. Ngayon lang na-realize. Thank you so much, Prof. Doc. Thank you po.
Okay. You know what? Salit, wala ako dun sa tabi nyo eh. Wala ako dun to process your thoughts for you. Di ba, teachers? So sana, kayo, yung mga iniisip nyo, ano kayong tatanungin sa akin ni Ma'am Shirley or ni Ma'am, Miss call me Ma'am Edie, kung siya ang nagtatanong nito. Imagine that question you are reading, at that time, I'm the one asking you the questions when you're taking the exam. And then, if you know my flow of thought, ano kayong tatanong niya sa akin? Ano kayong sasabihin niya sa akin? Para makuha ko yung tamang sagot. Ang sabi nila sa akin, yung mga kumuha ng test, ma'am, alam mo, ma'am, habang nagte-test kami, parang naririnig naman yung boses mo. Ganyan ang effect ko sa kanila, na habang nagte-test sila, naririnig daw nila yung boses ko. Telling them their answers, telling them yung rationalization, etc., etc. Kaya lang nade-develop yung ganyang skills nyo Yung naririnig yun na ako, medyo matagal yan eh. Hindi nakukuha ng ilang araw lang. Kaya, bakit ba ngayon lang ito nagpa-final coaching? Sayang. Cumulative, kasi ladder like, step by step, di ba? Mastery, to the point of mastery. Kailangan you need to master the basic skills first before you can move up to the next level. Ladder, hagdanan. Or to progress, and if you want to use the word progress, but progress doesn't always equate with progressivism. Kasi ang progressivism, ito yung mga progressivist-minded na mga tao, makabago, moderno ang kanilang isip. Kaya progressivist, makabago, progressive, unlike traditional thinkers na talaga namang very rigid ang kanilang curriculum. Yes, kasi there's no point just giving you the answers. Kasi hindi naman kayo makukorek kung I'll just give you the answer. Okay. Muntik na maging tama si Jefferson, kaya lang hindi pa siya masyadong confident sa sinabi niya. At saka si Christy naman, muntik na siya magkamali. Kasi sinisingit na naman yung spiral eh. Huwag mo na yung spiral. No? Ganun nga naman talaga yung spiral, no? Kailangan i-revisit mo. Yung sa spiral naman is, i-revisit mo. So, hindi siya kaagad direktong umaakyat, no? Kasi i-revisit mo yung dati mong alam, di ba? Yan. Cumulative nga naman kasi na-accumulate yung knowledge mo. But then, kaya paulit-ulit, from the most basic to the more complex, you go up, di ba, the spiral. Ang ladder, ganun, diretso. Ito naman is, uulit ka, i-revisit mo yung dati mong alam. Kaya siya, vertical and horizontal, then vertical. Ayun. Okay, sige. Okay lang, mas kumabagal. Educational essentialism is an educational philosophy whose adherents believe that children should learn the traditional basic subjects thoroughly before moving up the ladder, before progressing to the next level, if you want to use that word progress. But that doesn't equate to progressivism. Okay. Essentialism ensures that the accumulated wisdom, diba, cumulative, of our civilization is taught in the traditional academic disciplines, is passed on from teacher to student. Essentialism is it teacher-centered or learner-centered?
Teacher-centered po.
Behaviorism or constructivism?
Behaviorism.
Okay, tabula rasa or prior knowledge?
Tabula rasa.
Yes. So, ang tabula rasa is the complete opposite of those who believe in prior knowledge. Sabi ni John Locke, a child's mind is like a blank slate. Sabi ng mga constructivists, mga progressivists, no! A child's mind is not a blank slate. It knows something. What we just need to do is to activate that something, di ba? To let it come into, to surface it, to make it come into surface and make use of that prior knowledge to build on more knowledge. Kaya siya constructivism, progressivism. May alam ang bata. Ang dapat lang, katulad niya, may alam tayo, di ba? Kaya hindi ako naniniwala na nahihirapan akong tumuro ng mga ism-ism. Kasi you know something, kailangan nating ayusin yung inyong foundation, yung inyong pinanggagalingan. Okay? So, tabula rasa, prior knowledge, magkaiba. Okay. Social reconstructionism naman, on the other hand, is a philosophy that emphasizes the addressing of social questions and a quest to create a better society and worldwide democracy. Reconstructionist educators focus on a curriculum that highlights social reform as the aim of education, sila yung education for change. Okay. Next. Wala akong video. Next. What is the fundamental element of every school? What is the fundamental element of every school? Answer now. Your answer is easy curriculum. Next, 58. Every school should provide a mission statement to advance a common mission. The mission vision must be supported by the following elements. Exact. Answer that. Answer B. Okay. Ano sabi ni Vanessa? Core values, mission, vision. Ano yan, Vanessa? Yung sabi mo.
Yung pagkakaintindi ko po, ma'am, yung letter A, all about core values ng school. Yung C, long-term objectives is yung mission. At yung school ideas naman po is the vision of the school.
Yes, Teacher Vanessa, that is correct. That is correct. Pero meron ding, importante din ng institution's history, no? Sometimes nandiyan yan sa mga building nyo, di ba, nakadikit para siyang marker, no? And then, you talk about this is also very important, no? Pero, the school supervision is that does come on the mission is supported by the following elements. But then, the mission and vision is more supported by these three, yung core values, mission, and vision. Maybe sa institution's history, kaya lang, meron din, the original reason why that institution was built. Siguro, pero not before this A, C, and D. 59. The following are narrow definitions of curriculum exempt. Sige, silent reading. Yes, Vanessa, that is correct. 59. Fifty-nine. Lindy C. Jefferson C. What is curriculum? The following are narrow definitions of curriculum except. Exact? Bali nang palang makita dito. Lingon pa ako na lingon doon. Narrow, specific. Narrow is means mababaw na definition. The following ay mababaw na explanation of what curriculum is, except. So, Vanessa's answer is 59. Sige pa. Norm, Ameline is D. Welcome back, Ma'am Nor Ameline. Parang nawala ka kanina, hindi ka sumasagot. Harvey, D. Nakakatawa na meron tayong A, meron tayong B. Mm-hmm. B, merong A, may B. Sabi naman ni B, anong sabi ni B? Sabi ni B, Shirley Equipada, can we stop at item number 64? Yes, go, Sir Felix. The following are narrow definitions of curriculum except. C, Ma'am Nor, si Ma'am Nor Annalyn, your answer is D. Tatanungin kita kasi minsan lang kita makita. So what is D? Why D? Ma'am Nor Annalyn?
D, because it is an enriched definition of curriculum.
How about A, B, and C? How about A, B, and C? What can you say about A, B, and C? Jefferson, but ang sagot mo is B. So what is B? Curriculum is a set of subjects for a particular course, training, or seminar. So you think that is not a narrow definition. No? Listen to this. Curriculum is a list of courses to take in order to finish a program. Yes or no?
Yes.
Sige.
ma'am.
Yes. Curriculum is a set of subjects for a particular course, training, or seminar. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Kamali yung B mo, Jefferson. Curriculum is based on the philosophical, legal, and sociological foundations. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Curriculum
Yes.
is the sum total of all learning experiences in the teaching learning process, including A, B, and C. Yes or no?
No.
Specific.
So, which is not a narrow definition of curriculum.
Delta.
okay.
Hindi po.
Delta. Except pala.
It is the sum total of all this. Diba?
Napakabuti.
So, these three are narrow definitions based from the traditional points of view. While D is under the progressivist point of view.
Ay, sakto. Tama po.
And sabi ni Ma'am Nor, alam ko na, enrich, she used the right word, the right term, enrich. D is an enriched definition of what a curriculum is. Ma'am Nor, get your license. Get your license, Ma'am Nor. Nor Amelin?
Mine po, mine.
Yes. Okay, number 60, bago tayo mag-break. Which of the following processes in curriculum development comes second? Evaluating educational experiences, identifying learning goals and aims, organization of learning experiences, selection of educational content. Answer now. Okay, the answer is B. Anong una? Anong una? Yes, that is correct. Anong una? Which should be
Identify
first?
learning goals.
Identifying learning goals and aims.
Yes, correct. Hindi ka teachers, mag-break tayo. Break muna tayo. Okay. 15 minutes.
Okay.
Be back.
Okay, let's take a 15 minutes break, and also to give time for Ma'am Shirley to take a breath. Okay, so we will be back at 3:17. Exactly 3:17. Sige. Break muna.
$61. Nandito na ba kayo, mga guro? Mga mahal nating guro? Are you now here? Chat. Where are you, chat? Okay. Open your camera. Are you here? Ilan pa lang nandyan, sir?
46 po sila. 46 sila lahat dito, ma'am. Pero I don't know kung... Okay.
Okay. So, The primary consideration in identifying valid learning experiences for the learner is, that is 61. That is, the answer is B. Napindot ko na. Next, 62. Curriculum can be defined traditionally and progressively. We mentioned that also number 60 kanina, 59. What does this prove of school curriculum? The curriculum is based on those defined by experts, characterized as fragmentary and confusing, defined from different perspectives, limited and narrow in scope. 62. You have two answers, Vanessa, which is which, C or
Si po, ma'am.
lakas
Si
mo pang
po,
tumawa. Kasi nakita ko C, tapos bigla kang A, tapos bigla kang C. Okay, Christine C, Vanessa A, final, A to everyone, C. Giselle C. So it can be defined from the traditional point of view, pwede rin sa mga progressivist point of view. So, can be defined from different perspectives. The answer is C. Next. The subject-centered design model of curriculum is regarded as interdisciplinary. This means all of the following statements except teaching in this design corresponds to the textbook written specifically for the subject. The focus may be on broad field topics that touch on a wide variety of disciplines. The goal of teaching is for students to be critical consumers of information across areas. Identification of accompanying intellectual disciplines is the task of teacher in this model. 63. The subject-centered design model of a curriculum is regarded as interdisciplinary. This means all of the following statements except teaching in this design corresponds to the textbook written specially for the subject. The focus may be on broad field topics that touch on a wide variety of disciplines. The goal of teaching is for students to be critical consumers of information across areas. Identification of accompanying intellectual disciplines is the task of teacher in this model. 63. Okay, 63. Christine, 63 is A. Charlotte is A. Giselle is A. Who else? Jahara A. Jahara, what is your answer? Your answer is A. Why A? Bakit A? Si Vanessa C. Okay, yung mga A, Jefferson C, Vanessa C, Jahara A, sige, explain your answers.
Except, yung sa akin po, A, B, at D po, ma'am. Teaching in this design corresponds to the textbook, so subject-centered po, kasi may textbook na talk. Then sa B, focus may be on broad field topics, so subject-centered. But then yung D, identifying of identification of accompanying intellectual disciplines thus of the teacher. So the teacher subject-centered or teacher-centered. Yung teacher ang nagdadala. Yung C, the goal of teaching is for students. So it's student-centered, yung C, to make the student learn. So C po yung hindi kasali dito, I think.
How about you, Jefferson? What is your explanation for your... Oh, si Karen, what is your explanation for that?
We have the same thought po, ma'am.
Same thought. Okay, how about those who answered? Jahara, why did you answer A? What did you answer? A. Jahara. Giselle. Sino pa? Christine, your answer is A. Charlotte, A. A, magpaliwanag kayo. Magpaliwanag kayo.
Hello, teachers. I wanted to defend my answer in A. So I focused on the word interdisciplinary here in the question. So when I say interdisciplinary, that means it relates to more or I mean one or more branch of knowledge. Like for example, you
Is this
relate.
Christine? Christine ba to?
Yes po, ma'am. Yes po,
Oh,
ma'am.
sige,
Christine po.
sige.
For example, interdisciplinary, so that, for example, you relate science to math. So, you use math and science, so that is interdisciplinary. My answer is letter A because this one, it focuses only on the one subject. So it says here, teaching this design corresponds to the textbook written specifically for this subject. So it does not relates to the term interdisciplinary. While the three choices below, it talks about, for example, letter B talks about wide variety of disciplines. So it is related to interdisciplinary. And then letter C, information across areas. So it also relates to interdisciplinary. And also letter D, it also relates to interdisciplinary because I focus on the word interdisciplinary in this question po, ma'am.
Christine Mantuhak, LPT, get your license.
Yay, mine. Thank you, ma'am.
The best explanation ever since the other day. I like how you explain that. And kanina rin, I like your explanation. Subject-centered design model of a curriculum is regarded as interdisciplinary across disciplines. Why is A not included in this among the characteristics of interdisciplinary? Because sabi nga ni ma'am, teaching in this design corresponds to the textbook written specifically, so hindi siya interdisciplinary. Therefore, the answer is A. Hello? Nakuha ba? Naintindihan? Sabi ni Teacher Charlotte, same thought? Si Jefferson at saka si Vanessa, nag-focus sila dun sa teacher-centered at sa learner-centered. So, mali. Tama lang na ano yun, is regarded as interdisciplinary. Pag interdisciplinary across all disciplines, across all learning areas, across subject areas or courses. Okay. 64. The teacher started his pre-lesson with the explanation of outcomes he expects his students to achieve at the end. This curriculum approach is on curriculum as a body of knowledge, curriculum as an integration, curriculum as a process, curriculum as a product. Answer? 64, easy? Correct, curriculum as a product. 65, a progressive curriculum, naalala ko naman si progress, can be characterized by the following statements, except focus on experiences of students and supervised by the teacher, focus on knowledge that comes from various disciplines, the classroom is only one place for the students to learn, learning can take place anywhere, and then took into account all curricular elements and tested these elements through real-life application. Answer now, 65. $65. $65. A progressive curriculum can be characterized by the following statements, except. So the answer now, Answer. Uh-huh. Christine B. A B. Zim B. Jefferson B. Okay? A, pwede bang pakausap A, Harvey? Bakit B? Harvey. Sir Harvey. Bakit po? Meron bang magpapaliwanag? Bakit B? Harvey. Walang ano si Harvey? Walang access sa microphone? O sige, mas kasino? B. Zim. Wala pang sagot yung iba. Answer? Hello. Are you raising your hand, Ma'am Siti nor Hanisa Lomondot? Are you raising your hand? Nakataas ang kamay mo. Answer? Ano, walang sumasagot sa akin. Are you still there, teachers? Are you there?
I want to
A, B
answer,
to
ma'am.
everyone. Yes, sige po.
65,
Sino to?
it's Christine po.
Christine. Oo, si Christine lang ang nagre-recite. O, sige.
65 talks about the progressive curriculum. So, it is, what's that? Progressivism. So it's focused on learning by doing. So from the choices below, only letter B is not focused on learning by doing because it talks about knowledge only. So that is cognitive only. But the three choices, it talks about learning. So for example, letter A, it focused on experiences of students. So the students there, they really experience on hand or in the real life the learning. And also letter C, it is very useful in education because learning takes place anywhere. It can take place in their home, in the community. So classroom is not the only place where the students can learn. So they can also learn from real life situation. And letter D, here it talks about real life application. So that is very clear example of learning by doing progressive curriculum. Yun lang po.
Very good, teacher. Talagang, ni-establish mo talaga yung yung consistency na talaga you are really worthy of that license. Get your license,
Thank
teacher.
you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. 66. What type of curriculum is described if we consider choice of books and utilization of instructional materials? Okay, easy lang siya. Answer? 66. D, yes, pag nakita yung use of books, etc., that is supported curriculum. Okay. 67. Which of the following analogies is not correct in terms of curriculum designs? Learner-centered, students' needs. Problem-centered, life situations. Subject-centered, disciplines. Subject-centered, humanistic. Answer? 67? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Answer? Learner-centered, students' needs, yes. Problem-centered, life situations, yes. Subject-centered, disciplines, yes. Subject-centered, humanistic, no. Kasi ang humanistic is child-centered. Tama ba tayo, teachers? So the answer is, humanistic is learner-centered. Okay, next. 68. Ayan. Humanistic design. The development of self is the ultimate objective of learning. It stresses the whole person and the integration of thinking, feeling, and doing, and the development of positive self-concept and interpersonal skills. So that is learner-centered. Kaya siya ang accept or not. Siya ang not. Okay. 68. These are different approaches to curriculum design. Kindly pay attention tungkol sa mga subject-centered and learner-centered na ganyan. We have two, subject-centered and progressivism. Under subject-centered, you have subject-centered curriculum, focuses on the content of the curriculum. Textbook is the primary instructional tool with well-defined, predefined scope and sequence. So, ano ang mga maalala niyo philosophies dito? Essentialism, no? Content of the curriculum. Textbook is the primary instructional tool with well-defined, predefined scope and sequence that is heavy on essentialism. Subjects contain fragmented, unique body of content, different from other subjects and disciplines. Subject design, under subject-centered is subject design. Oldest and the most familiar design and easy to deliver. We are all familiar with this kasi dyan tayo lumaki. Written textbooks and support instructional materials are commercially available. Learning becomes compartmentalized kasi there's a certain specific subject for math, science, physics, social studies, communication arts, etc. It stresses on the content and neglects students' natural tendencies and interests kasi nga siya ay subject-centered. Another design under subject-centered is discipline design. Pag sinabing discipline is on the domains, on the subjects or academic disciplines, hindi siya discipline as in behavior, no? Focuses on academic discipline, specific knowledge learned through the method with scholars used to study specific content of their field. Halimbawa, sa basic ed, you have science, pero ang mga iba't ibang klaseng disciplines, biology, natural sciences, physics, ayan, chemistry, yun ang mga disciplines. Okay? Emphasize understanding the conceptual structures and processes of the disciplines. Discipline design, students experience the discipline so that they can understand and theorize. Another under subject-centered is correlation design. Link separate subject designs in order to reduce fragmentation or division of curricular content. Identify ways in which subjects can be linked yet maintain their own identities like MAPE. May MAPE, PLE, pinagsama-sama sila, pero they still maintain their own identities. Requires teacher to plan their lessons cooperatively. Broad-field interdisciplinary design, made to correct the division and classification caused by a subject design which is limiting. Integrates contents that are related to one another. That's broad-field, diba? The broad field is social studies. Under social studies, you have sibika, kultura, kasaysayan, ano pa ba? Economics, political science, etc. Taxation. Kasi broad field yung social studies. Science, meron biology, zoology, botany, physics, chemistry, earth science, soil, ayan. Astrology, marami pa. Another is spiral curriculum under subject-centered. Yes, ang ating K-12 curriculum is subject-centered, but progressive din daw ang view niya. So they claim that, no? Sana all. Sana nga. Spiral curriculum recognizes that students are not ready to learn certain concepts until they reach the required level of development and maturity and have the necessary experiences. Yung mga developmentally appropriate practices, kasama siya dito sa principles ng spiral curriculum. Some topics treated with corresponding degree of complexity across levels, provides for widening horizontal organization of scope, integration and deepening of knowledge, vertical sequence, and continuation. Like, we almost got the numbers in preschool, grade 1, nag-a-add na tayo. Pero as you progress, yung mga single digits nagiging 2 digits, 3 digits, tapos nagiging ano na siya, monomial, polynomials, trinomials, meron ng mga maraming dinadagdag. No? Same concept of addition, the 4 fundamentals, but then, ano na siya, at increasing levels of complexity. Then we go to learner-centered. So we have the subject-centered and the learner-centered. Learning is at the center of the educative process. Ano pa? More emphasized in the elementary level. Bakit in the elementary level? Kasi sila mas dapat binibigyan ng ganong pansin, no? Yung mga given more experiences to shape, experiences to enrich their knowledge, not to shape. Okay, child-centered design, attributed to John Dewey, learning by doing, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Pestalozzi, mga naturalist, mga to, na dapat daw, ang mga bata should be schooled in the natural environment. And then anchored on the needs and interests of the child. One learns by doing, John Dewey, actively creating, constructing meaning and understanding. And learners interact with teachers and the environment through collaboration. That is Rousseau, Pestalozzi, and Prof Ed. Ano nga siya? Child-centered. So, meron, dalawa, no? Isang subject-centered and learner-centered. Under learner-centered, nandiyan ang child-centered. Nandiyan din na experience-centered. Ayan. Believes that the interests and needs of the learners cannot be pre-planned. Experiences of the learners become the starting point. Oh, experiences of the learners become the starting point. Ano yung experiences na becomes the starting point of the curriculum? What do you call that starting point? Believes that the interests and needs of the learners cannot be pre-planned. Experiences of the learners become the starting point. Kaninong ano yan? Kaninong philosophy yan? Starting point? Sino nagsabi yan? What we have a term for the starting point?
Thorndike, ma'am.
Ha? Thorndike? Si Thorndike, hindi siya learner-centered, behaviorist siya. Mimi? Experiences of the learners become the starting point. Give me the person, give me the principle. Give me the term. Become the starting point. Experiences of the learners become the starting point. Is it? Is it the? Yeah, sa kanya yung learning by doing. Pero specifically, yung nakapag sinabi ko, mahuhulaan nyo na. Ulit, basa. Experiences of the learners become the starting point of the curriculum. Kaninong view yan? Kanino? Anong term ang tawag dun sa starting point? Ha?
Experiential learning, ma'am?
Yes, ang tinatanong ko is, SD, experiential learning. Anong tawag doon sa starting point? Sino nagsabi doon that when you, pag sinabi ko na, makukuha nyo na, ano? Experiences of the learners become the starting point of the curriculum. Sino ang nagsabi niyan? Sabi niya, hindi po ako mama. And then we have a term for the starting point. It's either two words, yung isa-isa naman, one word lang. Pag di niya pa nasabi bago mag 5 a.m. on, tagot tayo, di natin natapos. Ow! Ma'am Nor Amelie, hindi po si John Locke. Kasi si John Locke, ano siya eh, behaviorist. Doon siya sa, as a subject center. Cole. O, ano sabi ni Cole? Si Cole? Yes, Christine, ano sabi ni Cole? Napag-google tuloy ako, Cole. Yeah, hindi siya si Cole. Cole's learning styles. Hello. Teachers, paki-underline nga nung starting point of the experiences of the learners become the starting point of the curriculum. Paki-underline nyo nga yan. It believes that the interests and needs of the learners cannot be pre-planned. O dito tayo mag-umpisa kasi you always consider there. What? Shandy.
Interest.
Yes? Sino nagsabi? Interest? Yes. Anong tawag? Yan, ayun, nakalagay yun. Believes that the interests and needs of the learners cannot be pre-planned. So, kung ano yung, halimbawa, you have your lesson plan, pero napansin mo yung mga bata ibang interest araw na dyan, you drop your previous plan and you take advantage of the students' interest on whatever. Very flexible ang curriculum ng learner-centered curriculum. But then, when you start from what that experiences of the learners become the starting point of the curriculum. Sino nagsabi niyan? From the teachers. Pag-recall naman yung ko. Alam niyo yan eh. Experiences of the learners become the starting point. I can always give you the answer. Kaya lang, I want you to think. Do not just wait for the answers. Isipin nyo nga. Experiences of the learners become the starting point of the curriculum. Sabi nino yan, anong filosofiya yan, anong principle yan, anong word dyan, yung mga experiences ng learners, becoming the starting point of the curriculum. Ang sabi ni John Locke, wala sila niyan kasi they are blank slates. Di ba? Sabi niya, wala silang experiences before. When children come to school, they are like blank slates. Wala silang alam. Pero itong mga to, yung mga tao, hindi sila naniniwala, may alam sila. Anong tawag dun sa alam nila?
Cognitive.
Anong tawag sa dati nilang alam? And you build from that. You build from that. Yes, schema. Bakit ang tagal sabihin? Schema. Constructivism. Vygotsky. Ay, Vanessa, Shema, maling spelling. Bakit ang tagal sabihin? Kailangan sa ngayon, ang bilis dapat ang bilis yun na sa akin sumagot, nababagalan ako. Ala, ubus na ang oras ng let. Ibig sabihin, the curriculum is not pre-planned, di ba? You always consider the interest of the learners, and you take advantage of their prior knowledge or schema, what they know. Di ba? You start from what they know. That's why we make use of the KWL, di ba? Ano yan, mga yan, experience-centered yan, di ba? That is rooted on Vygotsky's constructivism. Ano daw? You start from what they know. How do you know what they know? You activate their prior knowledge. You ask questions. Learners can choose from various activities that the teacher provides and blends well with multiple intelligences theory. Another design for other learner-centered is humanistic design. The development of self is the ultimate objective of learning. By the way, humanistic is different from humanities. Humanities discipline sure as subjects. Ito humanistic is a philosophy. Humanistic design, meaning we focus on the child, the whole child, di ba? The aim of humanism is to develop the whole child. Humanists believe in the human potential. Tama? We believe that if the children are provided with all the needs or basic needs, security, love, and belongingness, self-esteem, they will be able to self-actualize. Okay? Stresses the whole person and the integration of thinking, feeling, and doing, and the development of positive self-concept, ang tawag self-esteem, and interpersonal skills. Next is problem-centered. You have life situation design. So you have subject-centered, learner-centered, problem-centered. Life situations design focuses on problem-solving procedures. The content is organized in ways that allow students to clearly view problem areas. Uses learners past past and present experiences. Ano nga tawag ulit dyan sa past and present experiences? Ano ang tawag?
Schema.
To get them to examine the basic aspects of living differs from the traditional curriculum endorsed by secondary schools, colleges, and universities. Teachers have difficulty with implementation of this design, yung problem-centered, because it differs from our training. Okay. Another design under problem-centered is the core problem design, centers on general education, and the problems are based on common human activities. The central focus, general information yan. The central focus includes common needs, problems, and concerns of learners. I hope nagkakalinawagan tayo naman si Conte. Medyo mabagal tayo ngayon, teachers, no? Kasi kailangan natin siyang ayusin. Ang importante lang pag nag-let na kayo, maayos kayo mag-isip. Huwag masyadong laliman pala. Dahil baka lalo kayong malito. Analyze lang. Curriculum may be defined in many ways. What does this prove? Na-answer na natin ito kanina. This is a bonus item. The answer is can be defined from different perspectives. 69. In the view of curriculum as a process, what should the teacher consider primarily when designing lesson procedures? Different modes of assessment, national competencies, outcomes-based learning objectives, various methods and strategies. Answer? The answer? Answer. The answer is D, various methods and strategies. 70. You were asked to describe curriculum by listing questions to be answered by it. The following questions can be listed. Exit. What courses are important to take? What outcome should be achieved at the end? What qualifications should teachers have in school? And who will benefit from well-organized learning experiences? Answer. Yes, the answer is correct. C. Next, that stakeholders have a big role in curriculum development. The following are these relevant roles except. Answer now. Okay, on microphone. 71. The stakeholders have a great role in curriculum development. The following are these relevant roles except. Who are the stakeholders? Actually, this is a problematic item. Parang mabilis lang siya pero problematic siya. Kasi all can be stakeholders. Kaya lang, merong very specific silang ina-assign ng mga tao for the answer to this. Imbibe an environment for child development. Oh, except, yung bang except? Kasama dyan ang school, family, community. No? It is very much a part of the roles of stakeholders. Meron pong maingay ng microphone. So what is the answer? It is not C, it is not B, so pwede na lang tayo sa A and B. A and B. A, si Josel nag-A na sila. Kasi, itong A na to, this can be done by experts, no? Experts curriculum developers or expert curriculum writers. Sila na yan, no? Sila na yan. Designing lessons in curriculum planning and implementation. Okay. Although, kasama rin naman talaga sila sa stakeholders, kaya problematic tong item na to. But if this question is asked in your exam, you answer A. You answer this. Yung baka sa ibang letter ilagay, no? Okay. 71. The stakeholders have a great role in curriculum development. Let's say. 72. Dami tanong sa curriculum, no? Why is curriculum evaluation important aspect in curriculum development? Why is curriculum evaluation an important aspect in curriculum development? To answer the changing needs of the society, of the learners and society, to identify which parts of the curriculum will be modified, to keep up with the changing times, all of the above. The answer is all of the above, of course. Ayan, ito pang isang very controversial question. When is the right time to evaluate the curriculum? Uh, 73 na po tayo. B. Other answers? Yeah, I'm really happy to answer B. Kasi di ba sumasagot every quarter? Kasi yun ang daw ang sagot. Bakit ka naman mag-i-evaluate every quarter? Eh di wala ka nang ginawa kundi mag-evaluate. Nakita niyo yung ELC, yung Essential Learning Competencies, matagal bago naging MALC. Bago naging curriculum yan. Bago siya naging RBEC, naging BEC muna siya. It takes years, di ba? Kung pagkailangan na, whenever necessary, then magpapalit tayo ng curriculum. Next, 74. What is the basis of evaluating curricular programs rather than more quantifiable data? Kung wala kang quantifiable data, ano ang pwede dyan gamitin? 74. Kung wala kang quantifiable data, ano pwede dyan? Ah, 74, sabi ni Joselle, C. Ma'am Giselle, Teacher Giselle, C. Sino pa? Sinagutan niyo ba to last night, teachers? Nagsagot ba kayo kagabi? Ha? Nagsagot kayo kagabi, mga guro? Dapat yes. Kasi kung hindi kayo nagsasagot, bakit hindi kayo nagsasagot? Maglilet na kayo. Ha? So, dapat ready kayo ngayon sa mga sagot nyo. Wala. Anong wala? Bakit ang wala? Bakit ang hindi nyo wala? Parang wala. Wala is none, di ba? Wala is none. What is no? Anong wala? Hindi ko maisip kung ba't di kayo nagsasagot, malapit na yung let nyo. Okay, nervyos. Okay, what is your answer? Utang na loob, pakisagutan to. And then I will send you the materials. I already sent to Ma'am Shidel. The third material. Nasend niya na ba niya sa inyo? Kung gulaman, baka nasa mole. Kindly look for that material and answer that tonight. Okay, kung wala, sabihin niyo sa akin, dahil send ko sa inyo. At kung kanino man ako nag-send, pakipasa. Ma'am Nor, connect ka sa kanila. Okay, answers. Iba, Jefferson B, live observations. Answer now. 1, 2. Ayaw niyo sumagot, I'll end this session. Sige kayo. Makapagod na kayo, edi pagod na rin ako. B. What is the basis? Ang sabi is, a quantifiable data, meaning can be measured, is not available. So if you don't have that, what is the next best thing to do? Is it human judgment, live observations, measurable estimates, sense perception? Alam dyan yung medyo pinaka-scientific, yung medyo objective kesa dun sa very subjective. Yes. The answer is C. Measurable estimates. Kasi ang measurable estimates, at least may basihan ka, no? Meron kang basihan. You do not have really, you just don't have the exact units for measure, but you are estimating. Estimating is a skill in numeracy, one of the beginning skills for numeracy. Okay, next. In curriculum designing, what major third element should be aligned with lesson objectives, methods, and as the next? In curriculum designing, what major third element should be aligned with lesson objectives and methods? Yes, assessment. Salamat naman. 76, SMART is the classic foundation by which teachers follow when writing learning objectives. The R in SMART is realistic. Next. SMART is the classic foundation by which teachers follow when writing learning objectives. The A in SMART is, tingnan mo, ang bilis niyo sumagot dito Yan ang mga bonus select, no? Teacher Marisa started the lesson without a proper introductory orientation. What learning principle is violated in the situation? She failed to make the students listen. She failed to give a pre and post test. She failed to connect the present lesson to the previous one. She failed to provide proper device. 78. Yes, that is correct. The correct answer is C. She failed to, what do you call that, connecting the present lesson to the previous one? What do you call that process? You know the word?
Reviewing. Schema po.
Review or elicit.
Schema. Prior knowledge.
Hindi. She failed to connect the present lesson to the previous one. Di ba, may lesson ka ngayon, dapat i-connect mo sa nakaraan, di ba? Yung when you look back to your previous lesson, that is review. Yung connecting the present lesson to the previous one. Or relating the, yes, Jefferson, a perception.
A perception. Okay.
Di ba sinabi ko yan? Next. Here are some time-tested principles of learning. Effective learning begins with setting clear expectations and learning outcomes. Pwede lang Next, learning is an active process. What I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand. Learning is the discovery of the personal meaning of ideas. Students are given the opportunity to connect what they learn with other concepts learned with real-world experiences and with their own lives. Then, learning is a cooperative and collaborative process. Kung meron pa kayong space sa inyong cellphone, screenshot that. Yung apat na yan, lalabas siya sa let. Sigurado ako. Time-tested principles of learning. Read, memorize, and understand. Okay. Like this one. What learning principle? Yung kaninang time-tested Ayan. What learning principle is practiced when teacher Ella relates the lesson to the social milieu and experiences of her students? Learning should start with clear understanding of the scope. Learning is unique to each student. Learning is a discovery of personal meaning of ideas. Learning is evolutionary. Answer now. Yes, that is correct. Learning is a discovery of the personal meaning of idea. I hope hindi yung iba dito hindi na spectators You should participate. Participate in the learning process, then you will know and you will understand. Teachers create lessons to allow students to question their own thinking, to increase their critical thinking skills. This kind of lessons are known as sagot. Lahat kayo sumagot ngayon. Correct. Okay. 81. Certain criteria must be observed when providing students with certain website links. When teachers evaluates a website specifically, the veracity and truthfulness of facts presented in the website, this criterion is known as accuracy, appropriateness, motivation, clarity. Yes, that is correct. Accuracy. 82. Teacher Noel creates a classroom environment wherein lessons are connected to real-life activities and tasks. A lesson in geometry is connected with architecture and art. This teaching learning practice is known as constructivist, reconstructivist, collaborative, interdisciplinary. 82. Okay. Paki-explain nga ng sagot yung 82, maski sino sa inyo mag-explain ng sagot yung D?
Ako, ma'am.
Di po.
For me, ma'am, this question, ma'am, I focused on a lesson in geometry is connected with architecture and art. So, meaning interdisciplinary, ma'am, kay may across man siya og lain nga discipline, which is from geometry nga to sa architecture and art.
Mm-hmm. So, interdisciplinary. Okay. D is not correct. It is not interdisciplinary. Teacher Noel creates a classroom environment wherein lessons are connected to real life. Dapat mas pinansin yung real life activities and tasks. No, it's not collaborative. That a lesson in geometry, a subject, is connected with what? Architecture, building, is building, and arts, that when you teach shapes, diba? Shapes, figures in geometry, then they can build houses. Diba? Connected to real life. Sa amin sa preschool, pagkatapos namin ituro yung at sulok, triangle, square, rectangle, diba? In different shapes, we give them pieces of colored paper and then to cut them into different shapes and build their houses. Or we give them building blocks, tapos lalabas sila and then mag-construct sila ng bahay nila. As architecture. Art, with additional aesthetics. Kasi naisip nyo yung architecture na art subject siya. Ang ibig sabihin, architecture is building, di ba? Building. Ang lesson in geometry is connected with architecture, building houses, real life, bubong, ayan. Real life, ayan. Real life na yan, no? Yung real life na yun na yung constructivist na yan. Saan galing yung collaborative dyan? Wala naman. Okay. Teacher Paula facilitate the lesson towards the formulation of a personal philosophy of education among her students. Using the Bloom's taxonomy, this lesson is functioning in which level of cognitive process? '83. Teacher Paula facilitate the lesson towards the formulation of personal philosophy of education among her students. Using the Bloom's taxonomy, this lesson is functioning in which level of cognitive process? Answer? Yes, creating. Okay. Which among the following follows the inductive principle? Sige, answer now. It starts from universal principle to concrete facts of knowledge. It combines universal laws and principles. It's drawn from universal laws of mind. It starts from observable facts to universal thought. Yes, the answer is D, E.G. rule. Next. Effective teaching focus on how the students learn rather than what they learn. Which among the following exemplifies this principle? Knowing how to solve an arithmetic problem, determining the facts, solving the problem with precision, comparing possible solution. Effective teaching focus on how the students learn rather than what they learn. Which among the following exemplifies this principle? Knowing how to solve an arithmetic problem, determining the facts, solving the problem with precision, comparing possible solution. Answer? Yes, the answer is A. 86. Which among the following shows the highest cognitive skills using the Bloom's taxonomy of cognitive domain? Answer. Creating, that is correct. Next, which among the following does not encourage effective brainstorming activity? Answer? Which of the following does not encourage? Yes? Jefferson, bakit ka B? Okay, the answer is C. Teacher's judgmental attitude. Okay. Teacher Evangeline would like her students to develop their skills in organizing ideas. Which one is most effective? Graphic organizer, sino ang yan ay galing kay Ozobel, no, yung kanyang meaningful experiences. Next, tolerance as a thinking skill means ability to maintain distinctions among facts, ability to deal with unclear information without frustration, ability to place information into categories, ability to integrate complex information. Tolerance as a thinking skill means ability to maintain distinctions among facts, ability to deal with unclear information without frustration, ability to place information into categories, ability to integrate complex information. Answer? 89 is subset. Answer is B. Okay. 90. All of the following are non-verbal phrases that a teacher can use in the class, except your answer is yes, raising an eyebrow. Okay, next. 91. Which simulation technique is the most effective when teaching students political exercises? Answer. Set up a mock election. Sandali lang, teachers.
Mating.
Okay, sige. Next. Can you please continue answering the questions? Sandali lang, teacher, kasi nag-e-end na si Ma'am Grace dito sa kabila. Hinahanap nila ako. Okay, please continue answering. Nandito lang ako. Sandali lang.
Simulan. And then tomorrow, yung mga nakagawa po, pwede na po Ito po sa
Kindly answer number 93 to 100.
share ko po sa inyo kung
Okay, hindi pa tapos si Grace sa kabila. I'm sorry about that. What is your answer in 93? During the process of critical thinking, student can question to clarify an issue or problem. Which one manifests this? Which among the questions is more critical and requires higher order thinking skills? Is it A, where did the problem arise? What is the issue for discussion? When did this happen? What is the main point? Answer now. 5 messages. Is siyang comprehension skills, no? Yes, Jefferson. Sometimes it is asked in higher level. It is not indicated in the text, no? It is not even implied. What we need to do is to be evaluative. So the answer here is D. What is the main point? Evaluate. Evaluate the problem, evaluate the text. Ayan siya. 94. The teaching technique operates on this teaching technique operates on the principle I am what I am. Medyo natuwa ko sa item na to. Answer, yes, the answer is D. 95. Teacher Jenny facilitates development of students through dialogue and questioning. What kind of teacher is she? Teacher Jenny facilitates development of students through dialogue and questioning. What kind of teacher is she? Pragmatic, inspiratory, interactive? Yes, the answer is interactive. There are different ways to transfer learning. Which among the following describe transfer of learning, by which the teacher allows the students to do a field trip in Mekawan, Bulacan, to interview goldsmiths and silversmiths? '96, yes, that is correct. Inquiry style. You inquire, you ask, you investigate. Next is to achieve critical thinking. All endeavor can be done except grouping and classifying, guessing and believing, associating and grasping principles, inferring and evaluating. 97. Yes, it is correct. That is guessing and believing. That is highly unscientific and very subjective. 98. Teacher Fidel would like his students to internalize and follow classroom rules. Which of the following shows a positive sign that the students have achieved that goal? Sige, read the options. Unsay 92, pakihanap na lang kung ano ang 92. Kindly answer, Teacher Vanessa, unsay daw 92. Okay, 98. Dalawa na lang, and then we'll continue tomorrow. Yes, that is correct. The learners participate in the rule-making process. Laging kasama ang learners, ha? Teacher Kenneth provides feedback to students, analyzes their work, and diagnosing their errors. What kind of teacher is Teacher Kenneth? Provides feedback, analyzes their work, and diagnosing their errors. Answer? 99? Yes, C, corrective. Ayan, teachers, paki-screenshot nga. Teaching style, description, screenshot, na-screenshot na, explanatory, inspiratory, informative, corrective, screenshot now, interactive, programmatic. Okay. One of the principles of learning is the use of more senses for better learning. Which of the following practices aligned with this principle? $100. Yes, that is correct. Okay, teachers, this is all for now.